Okay, let's have a look at this question. How much should Toyota invest today in order to withdraw $15,363.35 in exactly 5 2/9 years from now, if interest rate is 7.08 compounded monthly? So do not round intermediate results. That's especially the end value. Report an accurate at least 6 decimal places. Report present value and future value as positive values to the nearest cent. And now we are going to start the question. So how to display? Well, it's asking for 6, but you can go and display 7. Now, if we wanted to display 7, then we have to do some changes, of course. So what we would do is go to the calculator and click on second. Right now it has 2 decimal places. So we go to second and we click on this decimal point and you see there is 2. We would click on 7, click enter, and now it has 7 decimal places, as you can see displayed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we clear, we're out of the menu, and we can clear again to clear the display. So let's start. The question is stating that what is it? The amount deposited, all right, so the deposited amount is this $15,363.35. Now, this amount though is to withdraw this in exactly 5 2/9 years from now. So that is this right here is it's a future value. So that is the reason why that number comes in here. All right. Okay, so that is what you have to declare as a future value. All right, so please be careful when you're entering that. If you wish, you could go and go to the boxes and actually put that number in 15363.35. Now you can see it's indicated here as negative because if you would like a positive present value, then you would put this in as negative into the calculator. All right, but let's leave that alone for now. Let's get to the rest of the question. So this is done, the compounding is done monthly. So that results in PY and CY having the value of 12. All right, because the compounding is monthly. The 7.08 is, of course, this number right in here. And 0 payment because there are no periodic payments, meaning there are no monthly, weekly, quarterly, annual payments. It's just one deposit of 15,003, or sorry, a deposit today that will result in this amount of money, $15,363.35 in the future. All right, and that future, it's 5 2/9 years from now. Okay, so you must read it carefully, and it's from now. So that is into the future. All right, so we have the numbers, we can start. So I've put the calculator into 7 decimal places. You could always use more decimal places than required. And now we've done that. Now we start to input the PY and CY. So as usual, we go second IY. So second IY, and then I put in the 12. I type in 12, I type enter, then I see this display right here. And I click on this arrow pointing down, and I see my CY value is also 12 with 7 zeros after the decimal point. Now, we have to clear because we have to get out of the menu. We've entered PY and CY. So we clear, and like I told you before, if you wish to get rid of the 12, you just clear once more. Now 5 2/9 years, it is best to start dealing with the fraction first. So we click on 2, we divide by 9, And to that, we add 5 for the 5 and 2/9. So add 5, and that is the result, 5.222222, 7 decimal places. Now that is not a value for n. We must multiply now by py as indicated here, second n, correct? This has to be done or else you will not get the correct value for n. So we go second n, and then we get this display here, 62.36, and then a 7. Then we click on n once more to enter the value into n. So it is in there now. All right, so we've taken care of n. Now we go to the interest rate. Interest rate is 7.08, and we click on IY. The present value is what we wish to compute. So we skip over that and we put in the 0 for the payment. And the present value, we put in this number, 15363.35. And then we click on the plus minus, and that we put into the future value. And there's the display right there. That is what we see there. So now we compute the present value. We compute the present value, and we get this number, $10,626.36. So that is the number we will put into here, 1062626.36. Now you may wish or may not wish to put in a comma to avoid any problems. Anyway, so CY has the value of 12, as we can see there. PY is equal to CY. N has the value of 62.1234556, and put a 7. If you go more decimal places, it's all right. It's better to go more decimal places, then you don't have to worry about rounding. So 7.08 is the interest rate. Payment is 0. And we have the other numbers entered. We submit, and all the green check marks. So all the answers are correct.